Now to celebrating a set of people who continue to make an impact in the lives of children and in the education sector. We're talking about teachers. And in many parts of the world, classrooms are too crowded, teachers too few, and overworked, demotivated, and unsupported. This may have had negative results on the whole educational experience and its outcomes, but the theme for this year's World Teachers' Day is valuing teachers' voices towards a new social contract for education, which highlights the pivotal role teachers play in shaping the future by nurturing students and driving educational progress. And this may set the benchmark towards the rights and responsibilities of teachers and further education, recruitment, employment, and teaching, as well as, better living conditions. Joining us now in the studio is the Lagos State Chairman of the Nigeria Union of Teachers, Akintoye Hassan. Good morning and happy World Teachers' Day. We celebrate you and all your colleagues.
Good morning, ma.
A very good morning, sir.
Yeah,
welcome once again. And so, all right, let's start off. What is there to celebrate? How would you, measure the level of celebration now for you as, a leader of the NUT?
Specifically, this celebration of World Teachers' Day began around 1994, as put forward by the UNESCO. So if I'm correct, 30 years now, between 1994 to date. There will always be a reason for celebration, because I'm not of the category of people who will always say nothing has happened. There's no way you can, remain stagnant. Rather, probably the pace at which you believe that you ought to have moved, or the level at which you believe that you ought to have arrived at a particular point in time. And everything in this life is based on comparison. So we are not stagnant. If we look back, we will have cause to say that, yes, though we are not where we're supposed to be yet, but there is every reason to celebrate the success so far. And it will not end there. That will afford us another opportunity to look back, identify the gray areas, with a view to suggest to all the stakeholders that has one thing or the other to do as far as, improving on the educational sector. That's the essence.
Talking about World Teachers' Day, one interesting thing that we need to know at this time, and some teachers that are watching at the moment, is the welfare of the teachers. What do you think should be on the front burner at this time, talking about their welfare? Because there's this saying that teachers' reward is in heaven. Do you also believe that?
For every soul, especially from the religious point of view, in Christendom, they say you should not lose this, you inherit all this good of this world and lose the benefit of the hereafter. The same thing applicable to the Muslim. There is a special prayer they offer. You say after meal you say Rabbana. And what is that Rabbana? Rabbana Atina, you seek for the good of this earth and the good of the hereafter. So as somebody who is also religiously inclined, I am of the opinion that no matter how good it is for you in this life, you still pray for a better moment in the hereafter. It's a matter of faith. So the teacher's reward, indeed, will come from heaven, because who are the first teachers? The Jesus Christ of this world, the Muhammad of this world, they were all teachers. The Moses, they have come to taught the people of those days one lesson or the other. So, and they did it virtually because of God. So that means they were looking forward to their reward in heaven. So if people say so, probably because they thought that the job the teachers is doing cannot even be rewarded by human being. So the reward will still come. However, that reward should not be absolute in heaven. And that is where this issue of welfare and remuneration comes in. So we always agitate for better welfare of teachers so that part of this reward will be, enjoyed on this earth. So majorly, as a worker, because teachers are also, a category of workers who offer certain service for exchange of a reward, and that reward is salary. So the first welfare that I will talk about is the prompt regular payment of salary. So which is a kind of expectation of any form of worker.
And is that right?
So then when you are on the job, you get your salary as a when due. Then you also talk about advancement, promotion. Does it come as a when due? Then when it comes, does the financial implication goes along with it? Then when you are supposed to rest, to be on leave, do you have access to leave and other allowances attached? Though teachers, we don't normally go on leave, but during the vacation,
that's the period that you utilize.
But there are certain things mixing now, that because of the challenges of the moment, the employer also tend to use that vacation period in engaging the teachers to do some form of work. And I think this is one of the reasons why someone chose to be in teaching profession, that probably after the third term work, then you will have a opportunity, long vacation. This they don't joke with in advanced nation. Immediately they are on vacation, they already have the schedule of their movement, but that is lacking here. And I think even if they wish, where is that fund to actually pursue the vacation?
Are you saying that the summer class or summer lesson is something that school owners should not participate in, or they should just allow the teachers to go and relax?
Where did we get ourselves into this issue of vacation course or summer school children? It's because, we are gradually moving from rural to, urban situation, whereby the husband and wife, they work, and they are, if not government worker, they are so engaged because of these economic challenges. Time is not enough for you to make so much money you need at family level. So who do you put the children in their care? So we have the structure of the extended family already eroded, whereby you can leave your child for the community to take care of. Neighbors are no longer relating as it used to be in those days. So in an attempt to keep the children safe, so we created some of this avenue so that, during this holiday, where am I going to keep these children? It's better I pay for them, engage them. Whereas we are forgetting that as part of education, is that all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. Okay. During that vacation period, that brain ought to, take a rest so that it will be ready for another set of learning when the school resumes.
Right. All right. Mr. Akintoye, so it's good that you have laid the background, for us now as we mark another World Teachers Day. But, let's talk some more about, the realities facing the average teacher in Nigeria. My colleague Emmanuel was speaking about, welfare, but let's break it down further, because 4 years ago or thereabout, during the previous administration of Muhammadu Buhari, there was a long list of, promises to better the welfare of teachers, among which was a special salary scale. Yeah. Where are we now? Lagos is said to be a pace setter, but in Lagos, what is the experience?
I'm glad that you said Lagos used to be a pace setter, and I think that is a challenge today before our governor, an amiable governor. I don't know the reason why he has not approved this adoption of this bill in Lagos State. And he believes so much in education, because every other issue around the welfare of teachers, he's not really joking with it. Maybe somehow, somewhere, he's been misinformed or ill-advised. some of the states in the federation, they have actually adopted the law, even though partially, because what that law contains, as assented by President Mohamed Buhari, is so voluminous, holistic in approach. It's not even about the teacher already in the service. It goes into the root, whereby the best is attracted into the job through the training at the university or college of education. That gone are the days when you say, I can't make a pharmacy, then maybe can you do education? Right. No, the best result to come into the education, either at the college level or university, because that bill attach incentive to it, that as a student of education, you'll be collecting certain amount of money as a support, just to ensure that, oh, people will come in there.
But we understand some people even turned it down. Some stakeholders turned it down, that wasn't the solution. Is that what stopped that from taking off?
It's part of it. It's not about just one issue alone. It's holistic. One will reinforce the other. So at least from that level that, oh, it doesn't mean that. Most of those professions we seem to adjudge to be lucrative. What makes them lucrative is because of the, financial benefit. Oh, as an accountant, you can make so much money. As a medical doctor, you can make so much money. As an architect. So people now look at you that if you can make so much, then you are successful, then definitely that is where to go. Whereas the actual bedrock of development of any nation, which is education, we are not doing so much to attract people into it, and that is why we are getting it wrong.
You've said so much about the welfare of teachers. Just in 1 minute, because of our time, what is the quality of education that we are seeing today? Some have described some teachers as cheaters. How do you describe the quality of education that we have in Nigeria today?
I can never, as a teacher, subscribe to the fact that teachers can be described as cheaters. No. That does not mean that in a system you don't have bad egg. It cuts across all sectors. So we can use very few within the system to judge the entire system. I'll tell you a very simple story that has just happened within the sector recently. WAEC came up with a report that they find out that students in the course of writing the exam, they actually copied one another. And in the course of that, they placed sanction on the principals of schools affected. And I had to resist it vehemently, that I will never allow the principal in my state to pay such money. Number one, they couldn't provide enough evidence to establish the cause. Then paying such sanction is an admittance of guilt. Then apart from that, you will realize that, and that's the fact, but it's wrong for us, but WAEC is not synonymous to Nigeria, it's a West African exam body. So go out there, you see sites where these younger children will have the questions of WAEC, life, and even the solution. And you now say someone has come to copy. So we will not admit that. We do everything humanly possible to resist this, but you can't do it alone. It takes two to tango. When you want to do your own part and the student feel that, oh, they want to go into another direction and they have few bad elements in the system who will cooperate with them. No, teachers are not cheaters.
We need to go.
Very interesting there.
We need to go, the gentlemen. So, but we thank you very much, for making it down here to talk some more about the realities of teaching in modern day Nigeria. Akintoye Hassan, NUT Lagos Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. You're welcome.